Hello, you're welcome. In this video, we are going to be looking at how you can perform trigonometric operations in Excel, and I'll be demonstrating this using few Excel functions that can be used for this. So let's start here by getting our value for pi. As we go on, I will make you understand why we started by getting the value for pi. So to get the value for pi, we use the pi function. So we just enter equal to then type pi and close this is the value for pi here. Now, why I wanted us to get the value for pi is because we want us to get the radian for 180 degrees. And this is supposed to give us exactly the value for pi. So let's get the radian for 180 degrees. So I will use the radian function and then enter 180 degrees. And we have successfully gotten exactly the same value for pi. Now, let's see how we can convert this radians to degrees. So we are going to use the degrees function. So I'll enter degrees here and select this. So it should give us 180 degrees and we are successful with this. We want to start with the sine function, cos function, and then tan function. So but let's get the radians for each of these angles. So we use the radian function, then select this first angle, which is the radian value for this 30 degrees. Now we progress to get the sine for each of these. And why I wanted us to use these very degrees is because they are actually the special angles. Okay, so it's easy to say that the sine of 30 degrees is 0.5, sine of 45 degrees is 0.7, the sine of 60 degrees is 0.866. So let's see if this will be the case using the functions. So I'll start with the sine function and I will select this, and you can see we have 0.5 as expected. I copy down, you can see that values returned are actually the expected values. Now let's try for cos, and I will select this, and as you can see, the cos function also returns what is expected from us. And even when we do for tan, to get the tangent, you can see that the tan value returned is exactly the value that is expected. Now we can get the inverse of these very trigonometric values that we've returned here. So to do this, we are going to be using the arc sine, arc cos, and arc tangent. So let's come here. That's what we are going to be doing. So the arc sine, we use this a sine function. So we just do arc sine, and the number I will be selecting here will be for this my sine. Okay, so let's take note of what gave us this sine value and see if that is what will be returned when we seek the inverse of this very value. So what we have here is this 0.523, and this should be what should be returned. So, and you can see that that is what is returned here. If we copy down, you can see that we have exactly the radians that gave us each of these. Now, if I do for cos, I'll be selecting for cos. You can also see the radian that gave us this cos. That should be the thing returned, the value returned. If we copy down, it is still the same. You can see that this second one is referencing E3, which is this. And E3, the value is there. So let's do for ATAN as well. We do TAN and select this. And what gave us this very value is this radians. So this radians should be returned when we seek the inverse for this. So let's see if that is the case. And you can see how we have successfully returned these very radians values that gave us each of these values. Now, why we have all of these looking the same is because it's the same thing that gave us each of these. Now let's see how we can get the hyperbolic, sine, cos, and tan. So we are just going to use the same radians. And you know it's not supposed to give us exactly the sine value since we are taking the hyperbolic sine instead of the normal sine. So we'll just do sine, hyperbolic, and I'll be selecting these radians. So you can just use your scientific calculator to confirm this, and you see that it is going to give you exactly these very values. So you can use your scientific calculator to check. So if we do for cos, the ACOS sign, and we still select these radians, you can see what we have returned. And if you try it with your scientific calculator, you're surely going to get this very result. And now let's try for and hyperbolic tangents, and these are the results you have returned. And these few trigonometric functions I want to demonstrate in this video. There are a lot other ones like TANH, so many other ones that you can use. So, and you can just go check the Excel documentation and see more of this. I just wanted to demonstrate few of them so that you are able to see that we can use Excel to perform these trigonometric operations. I hope you've been able to find this video helpful. Please, if you have, kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.